she chose two person, but she avoid seeing them, and it was difficult for her.
I think it's interesting for me because there is what can I say, the certain momentum or what can I say, movement as a whole, even though I focus on just two people, but on the whole there's a very great movement and momentum on the whole.
お願いしてもいいですか？
はい、私が面白いと思ったのは、僕は2人の、人しか注目してないけれども、いろんな皆さんが同じ2人を見てますと、他の2人を見てるっていうので、なんか渦のようなもの、もしくはモメンタムとか、運動量みたいなものが全体としてなんかできているっていうのが、なんか自分としては2人のことを見てるだけなのに、全体としてそういう運動量というか、こういう動きができるっていうのが非常に面白いというふうに感じました。
日本語なんですけど、ちょっと便乗する形なんですけど、なんかあえてこうバレないようにするみたいな心理戦が働いて、目のなんか開きって180度じゃないですか。そこまではあんまり動かなくてもいけるんですけど、ここら辺にその人が来たらこう動かないとダメみたいな、こう目の構造みたいなとこ考
えて。His eyes can see only this space, but if the person moved behind him, he said his eyes worked very hard.
Great. So is it, I want to ask a question, is it obvious to you why we started this way, or are you thinking these people are crazy, what are we doing?
なんかこのゲームを知ってどう思いましたか？
Is it clear to you why we might have started with this activity?
なんでこれをやってるかっていうのを理解しながらやっていたか、それともこの3人はクレイジーだと思いながらやってたか、どちらですか
？Maybe some intention. I was thinking when I was doing.
You were thinking what?
Some intention in the end.
Yeah. And what intention did you sense?
At the moment I'm not clear about this. Yeah.
So maybe we're crazy.
Yeah, some connection with the program later on about mindfulness. Maybe paying attention.
No, but interesting.
Sorry, I was thinking when I was the purpose is keep balance with those two people, but through this in the process, I can meet many faces who are always smiling to me, even if they are also taking the balance with only two people. That I was happy to meet so many people, even only I was taking balance two people. Yeah.
So the aim of the exercise was not to promote mindfulness or to make you happy, but to
Why not?
But why not?
2人の人とバランスをとって動いてるのが目的だったはずなんだけど、なんかいろんな人にその途中で会ってみんな笑いかけてくれるからなんか楽しかった。幸せだったっていうか、それがインテンションじゃないかもしれないけど幸せだったなって言っただけなんです。
So, let me just explain why we started this way.
なんでこのような方法を取ったのかをちょっと説明させてください。
But really, this was a lesson in complexity, interdependence, and systems. It was a lesson in complexity.
複雑性と相互依存、お互いがつながり合っているっていうのと、interdependence and
systems, complexity.
そして
システムの複雑性、複雑な構成。
So in the conventional economic model, you would have sat at a desk with your pen and paper, and the professor would have lectured you.
その机で勉強して、その先生がレクチャーをするっていうその教育。
一般的な教育。
And for many of you, it would have been really boring.
それは本当につまらない。
And you would have remembered relatively little, probably. You would have remembered relatively little.
何かそういう記憶があると思います。
そういう環境、
すいません、すいません。
そういう大丈夫です。そういう環境で学ぶと多分覚えてる量がとても少ないでしょう。
So, we're the three of us who will be giving short presentations now are from an educational philosophy that believes that the body and the emotions must be involved in the educational process.
これからこの2人がプレゼンテーションする内容はその教育システムの内容、教育の哲学についての内容で、
体と感情がとてもその教育の中で必要な要素だっていうそういう哲学を持っている3人です。
And so one last word before we move into the presentations. One final thing before we begin the presentations.
プレゼンテーションに行く前に最後に言っておきたいこと。
Is that I am pretty certain that in 2 weeks' time, when you try to remember what happened here at this 2-day NELIS conference, that the one thing you'll remember is what we've just done.
2週間後にこのワークショップのネリスを振り返った時に覚えてるのは今のアクティビティ。
Even if you don't remember what it meant, or if it's probably not very clear, like it's there and it probably will be there, and hopefully you will get to understand a bit the purpose once we finish our presentations. Otherwise, at least we had some fun and we smiled at each other, mindful, we were happy. So anyway, it was fun and that's already something.
And there's one thing that I always like to remember.
Can you wait 1 second?
I'm sorry.
でそのネリスでやったこの2日間のことでもう全ては覚えてるわけじゃないと思うけど、その彼らの目標を少しでも覚えててくれればいいなと。
And there's one thing I always like to remember, especially when I'm traveling abroad, another country with another language. It's a saying that we all smile in the same language. So smile is an international way to communicate, and I think you understand what I'm saying right now because I'm smiling.
外国を旅行した時にその言葉が違ってもその笑顔は一番の共通言語になる。
So, I'd like to ask for a volunteer.
ボランティアをちょっと。
So I suggested those who are here who don't have any English, if you could sit over here, and if we could find one volunteer who would translate for them.
Other than Kina? Other than her?
It could be. But she hasn't been asked to do it, so it could be anybody. Can you translate?
さっき手をこうやってやった人の中から一人ボランティアを。
これじゃない人で、通訳ボランティア、大丈夫通訳ボランティアをしてくれる人を一人募集している。
So if you can sit in this corner over here, and then we'll find one volunteer to translate.
Can you repeat?
Sure. But if those who are here, who don't speak any English, can sit in this corner, then we find one volunteer who will translate.
You mean to translate the whole
I think the whole thing. Because there were a number of people.
Kind of to support Kenya, because you're going to be helping us reading that, no? Yeah. Yeah.
これだった人のために通訳でボランティアの通訳を今募集しています。
So please take your seats, and those who are here can sit in that room.
So I can volunteer to translate.
Thank you.
Speaker っていうことなんですよね。
This is a strategy we use when we are like in group sessions, when we want like to have the group in silence. Normally somebody raises the hand, and if people see me raising the hand, they raise it, and it's a way of kind of everybody raise it, and we just all come to silence without saying, hey, please shut up, or it's like more easy way to do it. So before we start, I just want to be sure that you got this card in your folders, the innovation card. So basically, we'll be telling you by the end of the presentation to fill it in. So just for you to know that we're gonna have this card, and basically we want to capture whatever you feel this whole session will be giving you. So basically, inspiration from this session and innovative ideas that you may come out with after the whole process. Just to let you know that this is the purpose of the card. And now Paula is gonna start with you.
And those of you who don't have English, get close to the translator so you can hear. Is it everybody? Is it everybody? So get close.
Hi. Hi. Good morning. In Portuguese, where I come from Brazil, and in Portuguese, we say oi, bom dia. Oi is hi. Bom dia is good morning. Can you repeat? Oi? Oi. Bom dia.
Bom dia.